everybody.
Live.
We're here.
Hi.
We're glad to have y'all joining us. Welcome to OtakuCast. I'm your host, Angel's Calamity. I have a little YouTube channel. It's not great, but hey, if you like me, I don't know why, go check it out. And my co-host, DC.
I'm directionally challenged. Hello. Today we've got a special guest with us.
Klopsy. Introduce
Hey.
Tell us
yourself, my
about
friend.
yourself.
Hey, I'm Klopsy. Not really much else to say. If you guys want to check me out on social for whatever reason, since everyone's plugging socials now, you can check me out on Instagram. That's Klopsy with 3 Ys. And you'll just see a bunch of pictures of my drum machines and music that I make. So that should be fun.
That
That's
sounds
awesome.
awesome, though.
I might check you out. I definitely
All
will check
right.
you out.
I
Thank
love the
you.
drums. Big
Hell
drum
yeah.
fan. Oh, yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, we'll start off with some good old otaku news. And as always,
Oh.
we're gonna do the worst first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're not starting off with the good news, really. We're kind of starting off with, like,
No.
sad, depressing news.
Yeah, and that depressing news is Japanese voice actress and actress Kumiko Akai.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
She
Okay.
okay, she passed away, and
Yep.
she passed away from complications of pneumonia that may or might not be prevailed to
Yeah.
the sickness that everyone's worried about right now.
Suspected.
Yes,
She was 63. 63. That is.
and she was beautiful. She looked
I
like
know.
she was beautiful. She was gorgeous. She's been in a number of things. You want to tell the people a couple of things she's been in, DC?
She started her debut on the TBS series Omitsu in 1975, went on to host several dramas such as Attack Number 1 and Lucky 7, and she did the voice of Haru's mother in the Studio Ghibli film The Cat Returns, one of the better Studio Ghibli films. As I said, I really think we should do a top 10 Studio Ghibli movies, because you can. Just what's your top 5 even? But she also did the voice of Jenny in Pokemon Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. And she's featured in a bunch of shows. Renzo Game hosted the lifestyle information program Hanamaru Market, and that ran on TBS from 96 to 2014. So,
That's crazy.
dang.
Yeah, that's crazy. She did a lot, and she will be missed in the anime community and the drama community. Next, we have a smartphone game that DC is very excited for. It's called Tales of
Yes.
Cristoria. Tell us about
Yep.
Tales of Cristoria, or the Tales games. Tell us about them.
They're your kind of basic JRPG games. So if you've played a lot of fantasy JRPGs, you kind of know the basics of them. You've got Tales of Berseria, Tales of Symphonia. There's another new Tales of game that came out recently. So it's interesting that they're going to be releasing this like JRPG smartphone game, because I don't really know how well that will do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I've never really done a smartphone JRPG game.
Well, there's been a couple of them that I've heard are good. I haven't really had the time to try any of them out myself, so let's see. Tell us what you guys think. If you guys know any JRPG games that are awesome and they're mobile games, just let us know. Drop it down below. Drop it
Yeah,
in the chat.
if you know any good JRPG smartphone games, I am 100% down for more. I love JRPGs. They are my favorite.
They are pretty awesome. And then they've been pushing it back to several delays, and it's supposed to be released in early June. I guess there's what's the testing? What's the word?
Beta testing.
Thank you, beta testing out now.
Yes.
So that's a cool thing. Another thing that may be awesome, maybe not. One Punch Man has announced a live action movie. If any of you know the
Yeah.
anime, it's rather popular. I hope it is anyway. I enjoyed it. It's great.
It hopped on the scene. It hit hard like One Punch Man himself, Mr. Saitama. Um, it's going to be made by Sony, which does not have the best reputation for live actions. If
The script, they
anybody's
got some notable script writers though.
familiar with Spider-Man, they know Sony's track record with
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
that's true. It's got some
Uh,
notable script writers. One of the guys worked on Venom and the new
Scott
Jumanji movie.
Rosenberg and Jeff Pinker from
Yep.
Venom and Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, which Uh, Venom.
I enjoyed the movie as a movie,
As a
but
movie, but
as a
when you got to
fandom,
think about it, if you're gonna go with like I would have gone with no Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers made the live action Rurouni Kenshins, which were so close to the manga. They were like as close as you could get for a live action film. They kept the giant sword, they kept the hair, they kept like as much as they could. And I'm just worried that with Sony's reputation, they're not gonna keep true to One Punch Man. You know?
yeah, well, we can hope. Let's be try to be a little optimistic because I'm gonna give it a shot. But we can try. And then last we can bring up the Yuri on Ice Age of Adolescence. The movie obviously has been delayed
Oh,
because of current, but is actually working from home on it still. She is not giving up. She's working by herself at home on it. And I think that's awesome.
yeah,
I'm a
she's
big
really
Yuri on
trying.
Ice fan too, so I'm just like, yes, all of the Yuri on Ice.
Look, it's okay, Jace. We're all fixed. Don't worry. I know.
I think we're good.
We're all
Jace
good.
also
Don't
says
worry,
Klopsy
Jace.
has some good hair.
Oh,
Oh,
Klopsy.
thank you.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Oh, my robots.
apparently she says, I've been living alone for a long time, and it's been close to 25 years since I started drawing manga from home. And long before the recent self isolation measures, I was at home working on Ice Adolescence film. My burning desire to show this work to the world hasn't changed, not even in these times. I want to work hard and move forward alongside you all so that one day this film can be shown to you.
Wiggles in
So,
excitement. That's so
so
awesome.
that is like that's the sort of creator that I love. Even if I'm not necessarily interested in the content, that kind of creator that is willing to keep pushing themselves to make this product shows that they really care about the product. She loves this. She wants this to happen, and she's gonna do anything she can to
That's
get it done. I
Yuri on
like
Ice is
that.
her baby, and it shows. At least
Yeah.
when I watch the anime, it shows in her work. I mean, I really enjoyed it. But I think we're ready to move on our topic today. Are you ready for your topic?
Are
Our
we
topic.
ready?
Come on.
Yes. Klopsy, you good?
Worst topic in
I'm
anime.
ready. I'm so ready.
Worst
Or
what do you mean?
tropes.
Yeah.
Tropes.
So it's worst tropes in anime or tropes that ruin an anime. So we're talking about the kind of tropes that can take a good anime down. You
And
know,
since
like
I chronically have not finished a lot of popular animes, we're trying not to spoil things, especially
Oh,
for me.
oh.
worst.
I
James
want to
just says
finish them.
worst
I
topic.
just
That's another topic, James. Worst topic episode. Just like we're just gonna pick the worst topics and discuss. So
sorry.
let's start. Klopsy, give us a trope. What's one trope for you right now that just ruins an anime?
It too much of a good thing can take you down a dark path, and I feel a lot of like the shonen era, the shonen
Yeah.
style animes have this thing where it's like this escalation of power that happens throughout the
Yes.
arc.
Yes,
And
that's actually mine too.
yeah, it
There's always someone stronger.
Yes.
exactly. And it leaves you in a situation where if you contrast the first episode with the very last episode, they unrecognizable next to each other. Um, I think Dragon Ball is they get a pass on this, honestly,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
simply because they broke so much ground. And frankly, even now, if they were to try and change this with something like Dragon Ball Super, it would be a completely unrecognizable show. But
Yeah.
like Naruto, like you watch Naruto, and then it's like
Yeah.
they're throwing knives at each other, and then next thing
Yeah,
they're
and
like
it just
there's like these
escalates and escalates
giant
and
energy
escalates.
mechs in the final episode, and I
Yeah.
don't know. I think proceed with caution. You know, try not to overuse something like this.
Yeah.
Clearly, like the opposite of this is like having the battles be more about like smarting one another. But
y-
if you rely on that too much, then you're in a situation where you have people explaining too much. There's like too much exposition in the middle of a fight.
Yes. Oh my god,
I
yeah.
So
actually have something to. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no. Go ahead. That's my
I'd say
premise.
I have one that's kind of similar to add on that. It's the convenient plot points to put disadvantages on characters for drama. Like, oh, he can't use his full power. He's tired. He's hungry. That what? So
See,
either they're gonna have it with the drama of this guy's way overpowered, and then we have to get stronger, or we can't use our full power and our full abilities for these reasons. Insert plot device here. And it's
Well,
just like,
Right.
yeah, it depends on how it's used. Like, because that trope can ruin it. I do agree. But I think most animes are fairly careful with that one because it's like they try and build a balanced world. But, um, oh, I can't talk about that one. Otaku Empire, come on! But no, with DBZ, like you said, it's sort of a logical progression with each step, though, because we have power levels, so we understand how each step gets stronger and stronger and stronger. But then you have certain animes like Naruto or certain other animes like Hitman Reborn, where you don't have power scaling, you don't have power levels, so you don't have an exact understanding of how strong an opponent is supposed to be, and you get these weird like fights where in Naruto specifically, it doesn't seem to logic the next step up all the time.
Right.
yeah.
Not every like. eh, it's just
There's like this one I'm gonna use. I'm not gonna reveal any spoilers, but it
Klopsy
was
knows
like,
what I'm talking about.
Naruto, don't use that power. If you use that power, it'll destroy your body. 10 episodes later, he's doing like 500 of the damn thing.
Oh, you're talking
And
about the Futon Rasen Shuriken.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I wasn't gonna spoil anything,
The
but
the most amazing ability ever. Yeah. No, well, it's fine. That's fine.
yeah,
But I
stuff like
understand
that.
what you
It's just
mean.
like,
But
okay, well
I
he's
also
but they kind of like, oh, he's gotten strong, but still
yeah.
like
Well, they
Tsunade
did
literally said there is nothing you can do so you can use this safely, and then, oh,
well,
look, he's coming in with 1,000 of them. Okay, then he's
let's
fine. This is great.
let's just state a little spoilerish there is that the way that they counteracted the initial problem of it makes sense. Which the initial problem is
You're right.
destroys the body, so the solution was don't hold it when you
Yeah,
use it.
you're right. You're
That was
right. You're
smart.
right there.
I
But
liked
still,
that
it's
little
just
logical
that
progression.
kind of thing. That was an
Yeah,
example I could think of.
but
That's one of them.
I like that Klopsy's first one out the gate was my very first thought of just sometimes power progression. There's always someone stronger. It just doesn't always fit. Like, have either of you seen Hitman Reborn?
No, I haven't.
Okay, great series, but it has that similar problem where it's the progressions get to a point where the final boss is just what, like I was following you, I was with you, and then just crazy.
Yeah, it's just where they just like don't make sense crazy.
Yeah, or
Otaku Empire says Luffy in gear second, third, fourth, and 69th. Look, that's a logical progression. All right, I love that, but that is another one we can talk about, which is sometimes absurd power ups. You
oh
know,
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you get like this character, and they're just like an absurd power up that comes out of left field. And some animes do it right. I honestly think that One Piece does it right, because there's an explanation for each power up.
I'm gonna say some of these tropes are okay. I'm okay with them
Yeah,
if they're done right. Yeah, but
yeah,
yeah,
if
that's
absolutely.
it's
they're
just
done
done
wrong, it's
right.
just like it makes you like it's cringe. It's just like,
Yeah, when they're done right, they're
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's relying too heavily on one trope versus the other. You need to balance these tropes out in order to have like
Yes,
a well written
exactly.
story.
and see, here's the thing: is we
I
as
like you,
viewers
Klopsy. I
want to
agree
see
with you.
these tropes. We want to see these tropes as viewers, though. We want to see them get beat down to almost dead, almost lost. He's closing, his life is fading, and then he gets up and he can win the fight. We want to see that.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
that's
That
why.
sells.
Yeah, that's why I like One Piece because it kind of makes sense. Luffy can take a beating because he's literally made of rubber. Like it just makes sense. But
right, right.
there's just moments where it doesn't work. You
I
have
kind of,
the second life, the second wind sometimes. But Angels, hit
yeah.
us with it. What do you got?
Well, it's another one that's similar along the same track. The power of friendship.
Yeah.
It's not like My Little Pony, friendship isn't magic. And
And
like
sometimes.
if it's explainable, like they unified their powers together and focus, then that's cool. That's all right. But just randomly, I'm gonna get stronger just because I have to protect my friend or because my friends are believing in me. Like
Yeah.
it's a great concept, but there's very little logic to it. Very
I
little.
I think it comes from that ideology, like the mother trying to save the trapped child underneath, a car, where
Mm-hmm.
you get this burst of
Hysteric strength.
power.
Hysteric
Yeah.
strength.
And
Hysterical strength.
that's what I think it's supposed to be. When you have the power of friendship, is supposed to be that level of like, I can't lose here, I have to save them, like,
There's too much riding on me. Yeah, I get that.
yeah,
But
there's
like I'm gonna pick on Naruto
but
and Fairy Tail
yeah.
because they do this a lot. They do this
Fairy
a lot.
Tale abuses it. Fairy Tale
Yeah, and
abuses it.
sometimes it's great and it's fine, and then other times, you were
Yeah,
just tapped out. You had nothing left, and then somebody yelled, "You can do it!" and you can do it.
yeah. Fairy Tale's borrow from tomorrow thing. Like, I'll borrow
Yeah.
magic from tomorrow, and it's like,
Hmm.
doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't.
Th- th- That's
I
that's
mean,
when it
there's that
ruins the
meme. It's
moment.
magic. It doesn't have to make sense. You know what I mean? I don't have to explain anything. It's magic, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't have to explain it. It's magic. Jay says I somehow made it through the entirety of
I
Fairy Tale.
haven't
What do
yet.
you mean somehow? It's good.
I haven't yet. Don't.
Fairy Tale is great. I love Fairy Tale. I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna spoil anything. I just
okay.
love
I'm
it.
getting close to the end, but I'm waiting for a
Yeah.
certain friend. You know who you
No,
are to
I
come over and watch it with me. But yeah, Klopsy, do you have another one?
Um, that was the main one I was thinking
I
about.
know.
Uh,
It's really like
I got lots more. If you guys want another one, I can throw one at you.
Oh,
I
okay.
was
Not every villain is redeemable. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
yes, agreed. I like that some villains are just evil.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's nice sometimes to just like, I do love villains that have motivation. Your Thanoses, because that
Hmm.
makes a really great movie villain, but not always for an arc or for, especially not when the villain has done something like insanely horrible and they're like, but he's a good guy, really.
no, no, no. If they need to go, they need to go. Okay, and like I love well written villains. I love them if they're good. I love them if they're bad. Well written villains, like good villains or bad villains. If you know what I'm talking about,
Otaku
why
Empire says,
can't
why can't all villains be Zuko?
okay, Zuko had wonderful motivation, and I love him.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything absurdly horrible, you know.
He tried to.
We tried, but not really. Like,
I
he
will
wasn't
capture the Avatar.
yeah, but he wasn't irredeemable, you
But
know.
is Avatar an
Different topic. Different
anime?
topic.
Completely different topic. But yeah, no, I agree. It's just I love a good, well written villain, whether he be redeemable, whether he have good motivation and drive, or whether he's just crazy. I love a good,
Yeah.
well written villain. But if I have a villain, I better know why he's doing what he is, even a little bit. Not that just it's a dude doing bad things. I need to
What?
know even just a little bit of why.
They can't just be lad?
I have so many questions about that man. I need answers about Lad.
That is for later, but yeah, no,
Killing
they
and
just
murdering excitement. Killing
yeah.
and murdering excitement.
I've got stuff to say about that.
Oh, we'll get onto that. You got another one, DC?
Um, one of the things that can ruin an anime for me is just literally any trope that's overused, but sometimes the love interest, you
They push it
know,
too hard.
or they just don't, like, they do the will they won't they thing, I don't
Yeah.
oh god.
Inuyasha.
Yeah, it can take a good story and you're just like,
Now I loved
just stop
Inuyasha.
it.
I never finished that one either. I love the romance of Inuyasha, but just sometimes
Every
it's like you guys have already done things. And now it's all of a sudden,
just
oh, blushing maid.
can
Oh,
we just
he's
can
too
we just
close.
start can we just start a list of anime Angels has started but never finished?
No, don't do that. No,
Make
please.
be a long list, and we'll
Please
all get
don't.
together, and we'll force her. Klopsy, you're gonna help me. We're gonna force her to finish off like all of the animes she hasn't seen. Just
Mm,
every single list. Whatever's
Gentle
on the
from
list.
the Otaku Empire says Gentle from MHA. I don't know who that character is. I've not gotten that far yet. I started it.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yes. Tie her to a chair and make her watch School Days. No.
I
So
have so many things I'm going to be tied to a chair and forced to watch. Okay.
yes. So Klopsy, what do you think about the kind of like romantic interest characters?
I've yet to see it done well in anime. Mind you, I haven't seen too many from start to finish, but
Yeah,
it seems really, really tacked on. Mind you, these are children's stories, at the
yeah,
end of the day. Um, so they should be kind of watered down. It makes sense, but I can't think of one that like really resonates. It actually, if I could think of like a decent like love arc, would maybe be Full Metal Alchemist. They actually had chemistry that actually started to
yes,
make more and more sense towards the end. Um,
yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Except for
It,
Edward should be mine and not Winry.
but we get like you have Inoue in Bleach. You know what I'm talking about? And
Guess
that
guess what? Bleach is
yeah,
in
I
the
know.
poll.
But
I'll
Inoue,
show myself out now.
like there's so much going on in Bleach where you have like is Rukia interested in Ichigo? Is like Renji's interested in Rukia, and Rukia doesn't really show interest in anyone, but she seems like she's interested in Ichigo. But Inoue's interested in Ichigo, and then like what about Tatsuki? Who's she into? She kind of seems like she's into Ichigo, but it's like,
Ichigo just needs to get himself a harem. I mean,
sometimes.
Yojack says in chat that he ships me and Edward. Thank you.
Ah, looky there. I don't. Edward's he's just no,
Just excuse us
no,
for a minute.
no. It's not on stream.
I, I just cuddled, just a little cuddle, DC. That's all.
So you've got a bunch, Angels. Hit us with another one.
I do. I have another one. It doesn't. I'm just eye roll tired
Whoa.
of seeing it. Missing parents,
Oh yeah, the
oh
invisible parent.
yeah,
invisible grandma, missing parents.
Invisible
Like,
grandma. Yeah,
are your
brought her back in. Invisible
like,
grandma.
like is your main character so one sided that you have to give him some sort of missing parents as a
Ash's
traumatic
dad.
backstory to try to add to, or you just don't want to write the parents in? Is it like
Yeah, Dio Jack. Ash's dad.
yeah, Ash's dad?
Ash's
Yes,
dad.
my
Deku's
hero.
dad.
Deku's dad. I was just gonna say My Hero Academia. Oh, he's off in
Luffy's
America.
mom.
You
Yeah,
know,
Luffy's mom.
just
We
all. Let's
still
see.
don't know much.
Pokemon is guilty of it. Full Metal, but we know it. Full
We
Metal is
know.
fine. It gets excused. It gets a
Well,
big old. It
because
gets.
it gets explained. You
And
know.
Naruto, obviously, but that one gets explained too. That one gets a pass
Yeah,
as
at
well.
least those get explained.
Attack on Titan, I have no idea except for the mother. Don't tell me. I know
but
what happens to his mom, Aaron's mom,
yeah,
and that's a pass. I mean, yeah, but unlike Black Butler and stuff like that, they all have that trope of where is this child, this teenager's, this person's family?
yeah. Black Butler again though is
Yeah,
explained. But it's little like it's a trope that
but
is
not
so.
everybody can be Batman. So
But yeah, why is it? Why is this? What's this Disney like esque? Everybody's parents have to die thing, or they're on a business trip. Like Deku's father's name uh means like I'll see you later or like see you in a while, something like that. It's
so
just a
he
name
was
that means
literally written to be absent.
be absent. Yeah. Even though the mangaka has said we're gonna see him soon, he's coming, I'm like, dude, you said that 30 chapters ago, because I've been reading the manga, and it's like 30 chapters.
Well,
When is soon?
all this build
That's
up,
like a year.
it better be something good. It better like big revelation. Oh no, Deku's father is really the milkman. I don't know.
Well, it's well, from what his mom says, like in the very first episode. If you've seen Boku no Hero Academy, you've seen the first episode, so this is not spoilers to anybody. But she says he's away in America or he's away on business, and it's like,
Yeah,
so he's just a
he's got a
businessman.
job. Yeah,
Maybe
he's
he's not
working.
a yeah. He's clearly not a hero just based off of like how she kind of describes his ability. I can't
No, I think
remember.
he breathes fire.
Yeah, he breathes fire.
And she levitates things
she
with her,
levitates
so
small objects.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he can like breathe a little bit of fire. But honestly, I
Yeah.
ship Deku's mom and All Might, so
I mean, who doesn't?
yeah, that's true. You right. Do you guys have any others, or should I spout off with another one?
Um, it depends on the anime, but it kind of goes into the love interest thing, which is the stalker interest. Like you have that character that just obsessively stalks the main character,
Yep.
and you've got that in Naruto. You've got that in, oh god, I can't remember the other anime right now. Um, oh,
My
it
hero,
My Hero.
Mineta.
Yeah. But oh god, just him and All Might. Just stop for 5 minutes, please. God,
I am here.
no. But just like I'm trying to think of it. Have you seen Phone Diaries? I
No,
can't
haven't
remember
even heard
the.
of it.
Oh, you've gotta see it. It's a horror.
Is that another one you're gonna tie me in a chair and make me watch?
Oh, well, that would be very accurate to the anime. And some
I
of the
have concerns.
things.
What's it called? I'm just gonna,
Future
look it up.
Diary. Thank you, Yojak. Future Diaries. It's
Oh, I have heard of Future Diaries.
yeah. It is messed up, but there is the stalker girl in that one, and it it's good, but it gets taken too far, and it kind of makes sense for what you're watching, but at the same time, it kind of takes my interest out of it. Yep, battle royale where all the players can see the future in a different way. Yep, Yojak, that's what it's about.
Oh, huh.
There,
That's interesting.
it's not too spoilerish, not too spoilerish, but the end goal of the battle royale is to become God. So
I'm in.
that's episode one. That
I'm
is
in.
episode one, and the character orchestrating it all is called Deus Ex, and I love him.
Nice. Nice. That sounds good. Do you have any more, Klopsy?
Um, like the chosen one, part of a hidden bloodline,
Oh
last of
yeah,
your
The
yeah.
prophecy
the prop.
foretold.
Yes. Oh my
The
god, please stop with that.
the
Yeah,
chosen,
the
you
why
check the chosen
they
one.
have to explain away why this one individual,
Chosen one.
yeah, why this one individual, and some of the craziest explanations. It can't just be a matter of circumstance or plot. No, just this one dude was the chosen one, and he has to save the world. No pressure though. No pressure.
Yo, Yojak says, "Oh my God, stop with chosen ones!" Right, like the prophecy
Yeah,
foretold of a special child born beneath the moon to the seventh son of the seventh son, who will be born with a cursed eye and the heart of a lion. And he will pick up the sword and slay the darkness once and for all. But then it's like, oh,
That was
there's a
pretty
second.
good. That was good.
There's a follow up anime, and the darkness comes back, and there's a new chosen one, and it's like, dude, why was there a chosen one in the first place?
the chosener one.
The more chosenish
And I
one,
don't mind those
more
so bad when they.
special.
I don't mind those ones so bad when if it like comes to it and they found out that the whole prophecy was bunk and they just took this random innocent dude and made him into the what they wanted their prophecy to be,
See,
and then he's just like,
that
I'm here now. I guess I'll do it. I
that would
mean,
be a great flip on the whole thing. Is that
oh, I've seen something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Jack says Star Wars is an anime. Fight me. They did make like one episode
The
of the Star
clone.
Wars anime. You can argue. I don't. I think that's a cartoon, but that's for a different topic. But
Yeah, definitely.
there is like there's Avengers anime stuff like
I
that.
guess
So
anything's an anime if you try hard enough.
anything's an anime if you're brave enough.
Wait, hold on. Anyway, all right. I think I could do one more. Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got
we
it.
good. We good.
We good.
I was gonna mention the excessive fan service, but I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do like the character types. In every anime, you see your main dude half the time. He is nondescript and rather boring.
Yes.
Koichi and Another. He's just a dude,
Yeah, he's just
and
he's
that's
just Jimbo
okay.
Everyman.
But you see it all over the place. But then there's
Yep,
always.
Tanaka.
But if he's not a everyman, a normal guy, you're quiet and he's a loudmouth. He's a loudmouth a hole. and he's
Hey,
pushy and bossy. And yes, they have their
for sure.
reasons, but let me see. Naruto, Inuyasha, Natsu. Should I go on? I mean, Edward. I love
Every
Edward.
harem guy ever. Yes, Yoja.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah,
harem guy ever. The most bland, boring everyman.
exactly, exactly.
I don't
And
know why Hip Tanaka is my bland, boring Japanese guy name. I just like it.
like
Hip Tanaka.
and when the main characters are not loudmouth jerks, they're gonna be like
Stupid.
fidgety, derpy, and or maybe they're a combination of all of them. It's just like that's what you're gonna see. Like Deku, he breaks it a little bit by being such a crybaby, but he's still a big old derp, and it's just
Well, that doesn't make yeah, and that doesn't make sense to me because he's supposed to be super smart. So,
yeah,
but that's where like Ichigo from Bleach was that he broke a lot of
he
shonen
did,
tropes.
he did. I have to
He
agree with you
wasn't
on that one.
he wasn't stupid. He was actually in the top of the class. He was like top 20. So he was actually smart. Um he was caring, he was kind of quiet. He wasn't that big of a jerk. Like he didn't go around being a loudmouth jerk to everybody.
Now
Uh,
Ichigo was normal, not everyman mold
yeah,
guy. He was just a normal guy.
yeah. I mean, he
He
beat
wasn't
people up, but
the basic outline, brown hair, brown eyes, same
yeah,
haircut. Now he was his own person, and his personality was portrayed excellently through his the
yeah.
way they wrote it.
That's what I loved about it, and what and that's like that's when going against the mold is a good thing, and that's why we're talking about these tropes that put these characters into these molds, and
Yes, like the
you can't
tsundere.
escape it.
Every anime, nearly every anime has a tsundere. What is
Hey,
hey? Somebody might
hey,
ask. What's
Palm
a
Top
tsundere?
Tiger. Palm Top Tiger is an anime all about a Sundari, and it is amazing.
What is a tsundere?
So they're the girl or guy, because it can be either, that yeah,
Normally a girl though.
no, Yojak, I love Sundari, fight me. Yes, Yojak, I'm with you there.
I
But
didn't say there's anything wrong with them, but
they
they're always there.
they like the character, but they don't want to admit that they do. So they try and deny it. And that's the basic of them, is that they like
I
the
think
character.
Ponytail
Yeah.
Girl is definitely like falling into that mold in another.
I don't think she's
Just the
Sundari
amount of
though.
interest she take. Well, I said, oh, almost falling into that. What's a good one? We can't use the blood girl from My Hero Academia because she definitely is into Deku and everybody
She's
knows it.
Yandari.
A Yandari. That's the term.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Yojak, my
can't.
brother in arms. Yes.
I can't think of any Sundares right
Um,
now off the top of my head.
like I said, Palm Top Tiger. The anime Palm Top Tiger, if you've never seen it, is
Never heard of
about
it.
a oh, it's so good. It's about a short delinquentish girl. She's who's a Sundari who's interested in the main character's friend, and the main character is interested in her friend, and they're trying to get each other with their friends throughout the anime, but they get this like connection where they start to realize they may like each other, and so the friends are like working to get them together, and that's why I'm saying yeah, it's a whole intertwining ball, but it is so good. Yeah, Dragon X Taiga, but it's called Palm Top Tiger.
I'll have to look into that.
It's or
I won't
Toradora,
start
yeah.
them until I finish something else. I promise.
I'm going with not the anime title. I'm going with what the manga technically called.
Okay,
But
and then
yes,
like
Yojak
once again with those
knows.
tropes, like then there's the a-hole guy, the Sasuke
Oh,
guy, the dark,
the
edgy,
rival, the
the rival.
rival.
Yes, the
I
dark, the edgy character that could be bad, but who really knows? He could, be good, but that guy, that guy.
Klopsy, how do you feel about the rival?
They tend to be the most boring characters in the entire show. I don't know. I'm really not into the rivals archetype.
I think at least Vegeta's done well
Yeah, that's
because
true.
like Vegeta is who everyone tries to. You can tell everyone's trying to base their rivals off Vegeta. I mean, look
Yeah.
at Bakugo. Look at Sasuke. You know, they wanted this
uh,
dark. Yeah,
biggest
this
jerks in anime. Bakugo is number one. I
this
swear.
yeah, but they want this dark brooding, guy, but like Bakugo is just annoying.
He really is.
Um,
And one of my friends, her favorite character is Sasuke and Bakugo. Those are her favorite characters, and I'm just like,
God, I
that says a
hated
lot about you,
Sasuke.
actually.
It
If
does.
you're
Oh, I
watching this ever, I love you. Don't kill me.
hated Sasuke so much. But
Like,
Vegeta
okay,
was,
now Sasuke's story as it unfolded, I came to like and appreciate the character more. But just his over the top dramatic response to everything before learning the whole story drove me insane. A couple questions to the right people could have solved all of his problems.
so exactly. But Klopsy, Yojak asks, how do they do it wrong, and what would you change about the ride?
Um, that's a good question. I would make their like inner turmoil a bit more gray area and not be so brooding about everything,
Yeah,
and maybe, you know, maybe the as the protagonist and his rival are sort of ripped apart, sort of happen over a longer span of time, and be more of like a sort of like a dilemma that happens between the two of them, instead of just like, I hate you from the onset, and I don't want you around me, and you're just in my way, and I'm going to surpass you until like midway through the series.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a yeah. You're right.
Have you seen Black Clover?
No, I haven't.
All right.
I have. I think.
So
Wait.
there's two characters in Black Clover. There's Yuno and Asta, and that's sort of like what you were
Yes,
talking
I have
about.
seen some of that anime. Yes,
Yuno is Asta's rival, and Asta's Yuno's rival. They've been rivals since they were kids, but
they're kind of
they're
also brothers.
they're
Kind of.
like best friend brothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like, I don't hate you. I want to
I just want to prove
sur-
I'm stronger than you.
I don't want to surpass you because
Yes.
I want you to do better. So
Nice.
they're just trying to challenge each other, which I think is when rivalry is done well. Is
Yeah,
when
that
like
sounds
you
great.
Yeah,
yeah,
you're right. They do have a
there's
good dynamic relationship, and then they still get that rivalry in there.
yeah, it falls prey to the there's always someone stronger trope, but at least the rivalry is done fairly realistically, fairly well.
Yeah.
So let's get one more in. Let's get one more in. Let's do
Okay.
that. I think you've got a ton,
I
Angel.
do. I really do. Um, I already mentioned the convenient plot point. Oh, this is a great one to exit off on. This is a great one to stop to finish up with this topic with. Stupid slash excessive filler.
Oh, oh no.
Just hear the sighs.
Oh, please no.
Yeah, the fillers. Oh god, anything about
I
filler.
am. You guys are gonna burn me at the stake for this. I'm a filler watcher. I
I
can't say I always enjoy it, but I watch them.
I do it
I've
reluctantly.
watched all of the Naruto fillers. Some of
Why?
them
Wow.
twice because I
Wow.
rewatched the series to get my husband to where I'm at so we
Mm.
can finish it together. So some of those fillers I've seen twice.
Yojak says, "Wait, filler could be good if used properly." Yojak, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Every single trope we've talked about can be good if used properly.
Yes.
Every
Yes.
single one of them.
Now I
The
did say
rival.
stupid slash excessive filler. I did not
Yeah,
say all filler.
yeah. One Piece has some of the best filler. I'm gonna agree with you on this one, Yojak. One Piece has beautiful filler. In fact, One Piece has beautiful movies too, which are all technically filler, really. But I, oh, that's another topic, and just so much good stuff in there.
See,
But
I've never seen anything One Piece. I think I saw one episode once way back in the day when it was on
Shame
Toonami.
Bell, Bing Bing, Shame Bell,
Give it
Bing
to
Bing.
me.
But
We need one of those. Shame Bell.
like like Klopsy, how do you feel about the fillers, like specifically the really stupid ones that don't fit
Or
in?
the excessive ones like
Well,
seasons away from the main storyline.
I'm talking
Seasons.
I'm talking Naruto makes ramen with the Rasengan type
No, no, no,
filler, you
no.
know?
Mecha Naruto was worse. Fight me. Mecha Naruto was worse.
Oh
I'd
my
rather
god.
watch people make ramen than watch Mecha Naruto ever again.
I'm
I
just
think
saying.
I think I watched like 3 or 4 filler episodes and I swore off of it after that. It's it's like it just screams business decision more than it screams storytelling or anything else. It's just like we have to fill seasons so this manga can catch up to us, you know?
Yeah, and so they've got these like the trope here we're talking about is just the bad filler,
Yeah.
which Yojek says Bleach or Naruto filler. Bleach filler is really good up until a point. They clearly planned out a whole arc, and then that wasn't enough time.
Do you guys want to know when me and my husband, because we watched it together, stopped watching Bleach? Bleach was his favorite anime of all time. Do you want to know when we stopped watching? The Captain Anamari Susage arc.
Bleach filler cuts into the story, and Naruto filler never ends. Well,
Yeah.
he's Yojak. You're kind of right. Like I said, it
Are
fits
you
in certain
arguing with
places.
Daddy?
Yes, but like I said, it fits in certain
Oh.
places, and then at the end of the filler, they clearly had too much time left, and that's when you get the really stupid stuff.
The thing I hate about filler is when it actually really negatively impacts like the main story. When you've got something happening in the filler that you're not supposed to reveal yet, that was not supposed to be revealed in the show yet. Naruto has done that before, Fairy Tail's done that before because I've watched it with manga readers. And those
Oh
manga
wow.
readers go, "Oh, no, 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 this is not supposed to happen yet. They're not supposed to have that power yet."
Hmm.
Unison raids in Fairy Tail was revealed through a
Yeah,
filler in the show, not even where it was supposed to. And then the show picked it up like it wasn't revealed in the filler. It's like, oh, we all just
yeah,
saw that though. And then the
that's the one I
filler
hate.
did not address it at all. It's just like they're going to use this power nobody's seen or heard of before, and with a completely new concept, and it's fine. It's good.
I
Very
will admit though, Curry of Life was a good filler.
oh, which anime?
Naruto, Curry of Life.
I don't know if I've
Uh,
seen that one.
It's really stupid, but it's fun.
it sounds
It's
familiar.
got
I
Rock
probably
Lee in it. You know, it's why
Oh,
it's good.
I'm
It's why it's a good
I'm
Broccoli,
episode.
I'm
Broccoli.
all
Yeah,
for it then.
Yeah, it's
we
got
should. We
Rock
could
Lee, and
always
that's
have
all
one
that
day we could talk
matters.
about the best filler episodes.
Oh, we could just talk about best side characters too. That would be a
Yeah,
good.
we
That would
got
be a
lots of
great
things
one
we could talk about.
because
But
Rock Lee,
we probably should move on to the topic or to the
love
episode
Rock Lee.
discussion. Do you guys have anything else to say about these tropes?
Well,
Use them
actually,
wisely.
yes, use them wisely. And Yojak says filler aren't normally in the seasonal shows though, and that is what's nice about season. But
That's true.
use tropes wisely. Klopsy said it. Perfect.
Use it with
Perfect.
care.
Yeah.
Proceed with caution. And like
They
as
make
we
for
as
great
we said, some of
anime.
these. Sorry, go ahead.
They make for great anime, they make for bad anime. Use
Yeah,
them
it's some
use
of
them
them
spare.
we expect to see. We want to see them, but when they're done wrong, it's just a big letdown. Like we
Yeah.
invest our time and energy into watching these shows, and they make bad decisions.
Yes. Don't mind me. I'm just over here too, mugging to the camera.
It's
Mugging to
okay.
the people.
It's okay.
Oh,
We can move on to our episodes discussion. You want to
yeah.
tell how we watch these animes, DC?
How do we watch these animes? Do we watch them in Anime Club?
We watch them in Anime Club. When and where
And
is Anime Club?
I believe Anime Club is on Fridays in our Discord, isn't it?
It is.
Oh,
It is.
what time is that again?
Uh, it depends on your time zone.
Yeah, it does. It
Well,
does.
our glorious leader, Yojak, he puts up animes every week. He puts up our new episodes, and he puts up a different movie that we can all watch together. I try to be there. I really do. Most of the time, I'm busy because. Do you guys? Anybody
Yeah,
want to buy a couple kids for free? I
no,
just give them to you.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I get busy as well, but it's there. It's on Fridays. We've got our awesome schedule for next week. We are going to be watching Vexel, and we watch them at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And for the movie, we try and watch it around 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah. So if
Please
you guys
join
have
us.
time, join. If you can't watch it all, that's what I usually do. Is I'll hop in for a little bit, watch what I can, and then I got stuff to do. But
Well, hey, good news. Jay says she will borrow your children, but borrow being the operative word.
how long we talking here?
Couple of days.
DM me later. We'll
So
iron out the details.
the current episodes we are watching in Anime Club are the anime Another and
Episode
Baccano.
4. Episode
Episode
4.
four of
4.
each.
Found the title of another's episode 4. Put Flesh. Very entertaining. Very
Chase,
weird.
Chase is 30 minutes max.
Yes,
So,
yes, dude. Yo Jack says borrow the children until they're no longer children, please.
so yes, we watched Baccano, we watched Another, and I think at least two of us have watched Captain Harlock, which
I
was our
did.
movie this week.
Yes. So
But you, Klopsy, did you watch Captain Harlock?
I did not. So
Have you
sorry.
ever seen it though?
No, no. I'll have to check
Do
it out.
you like space pirates?
Yes, yes. That sounds
Then
then you'll
awesome.
like that movie.
then you
If
will like
you're a
that
dub
movie.
watcher like I am, I advise caution going into the dub. I'll get into that. I will. I promise. I will. I will get into that.
Oh
But
yeah.
you know, another episode 4. We're going to talk about it first, of course, because it's a letter A.
We go in alphabetical order on this podcast.
And the name of this episode
No
was
real
Put
reason.
Flesh.
I
Put
don't
Flesh.
understand the
Put
episode
flesh
names.
where exactly?
I
What are we doing with this flesh?
So
And it did something that I noticed it doesn't do a lot in this anime is it started with a recap of what happened last episode,
yeah,
unless you guys all remember.
that was
Yeah.
odd.
Yeah,
Is
this
that
anime is not recapped, has it, at all? Like,
not really? It like
yeah.
very little recapping, but this was a big chunk of recap.
Yeah, it was. It recapped the ending events of the last episode, which what was that girl's name?
I
Short
just call
hair
it
girl,
Glasses Girl.
glasses girl,
Who
flower clip girl, whatever, same girl.
Klopsy didn't see it, so just to catch you up on this one, Klopsy.
Yeah,
Uh, there's a girl named May who may or may not exist, or may
she's
or
got
may
an eye
not be
patch.
a ghost. I know. She's got a fake doll eye, and she wears an eye patch over it because it sees things.
Appears and disappears whenever she wants.
Uh,
It seems that only our hero, almost said heroine for whatever reason,
our
our
hero. Yeah.
hero Koichi Sakikibara, I just call him Koichi because that last name's a mouthful, is
I
the
call
only
him main
one that can
character.
see her. It's the only
Yes,
one that can see
maybe.
her.
Because Glasses
That's
Girl
what she's.
seems to see her, seems to freak out, runs away, and she meets her end by the end of an umbrella.
Yes. Right
Yeah.
to the throat. She falls down some stairs and it just gouges through her neck. And pretty much the gist of this anime is it's a cursed class in a cursed town.
Jay says she may or may not be a ghost.
Ha ha ha
I love
ha
it.
ha ha. Loud rambunctious laughter.
I
Actually,
loved
that
it.
was pretty good though.
That was really
That
fun.
was good.
That was good.
It was pretty good. And then I was saying a thing. Oh, and pretty much it's about this Klopsy. It's about this cursed class and this boy that just joins the class and he's trying to figure out what happened. Something happened 28
No
years
one
ago.
tells him
Something's
jack.
happened now. He gets plot
No
blocked
one
everywhere.
says anything to him.
Just
That's a
weird
key.
stuff happens.
That's a key tenet of this episode too, is the fact that no one said anything to him.
Nope.
Because our episode kicks off with a recap. Then we get um
All the kids in class
the
3 talking,
yeah
not to speak of it, what happened. She
yeah
was,
not to
you
speak
know,
of it. Don't do
it's a
this. Don't do
curse.
that.
And then her mother died on in an
Yeah,
accident
her
the
mother
same
died
day.
like hours later. Her
A
mom
car
dies in a
accident?
car accident.
Yeah, a
Yes,
car accident.
you see her car went off and it crashed into something, and we cut to that the idea is that someone connected to class 3
Yeah,
will
and it's the school. They say it's school's most favorite secret, the class of 3. And then whatever it is, they're whispering. They're afraid that once it starts, I assume that one of the kids
it's that
died.
everybody's just talking about it's already
Yeah,
started, blah
that
blah blah blah.
somebody's gonna die every month.
Yeah, every month.
Yeah,
And I'm like, so Japanese schools, there's like 1 month of summer, so I mean really you're looking at like 11 people. That's not bad.
and
Uh,
it's not,
Curses could be worse.
and it's
Come
not just the
on.
students. It's
No,
anyone
it's
related to
anyone
the class. So it
connected.
could be family members, friends of the family,
It's not
somebody
bad.
the student's been in
Could be
contact.
worse.
You know,
Saying.
some anything. It could be anybody related in any way to any of the class students. So, and then we kind of after they do the little gossip thing,
Main
and
character's back in the hospital.
yeah, he is. He's just getting
He's
a
getting
checkup.
checked up for his lung, which
Yeah.
Klopsy doesn't know this. The main character had a collapsed lung problem that seems to be
Mhm.
genetic.
Yeah, his father had it. And his father pretty much told him now that he's had an
Had it
episode with it
twice.
that he should be. Yeah, he's had 2 episodes with it. He should be fine because that's what his father did.
Yeah, it's just like it's fine now. Both your lungs collapsed. You're good. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
it's
I
good.
do
It's fine.
adventures. Look at me.
Yeah,
I go
and
to
that's
India.
another missing dad. Dad's not around.
Yeah, mom's dead, dad's not around. And grandma
He's
and
working in the states, I believe, right?
grandma's no, he's in India. He's like, it's so hot.
The
Ah.
Otaku Empire says, "If you die, walk it off."
Yeah, exactly. Just walk it off. You're
It'll
fine.
be fine. It's fine. Dog in
He
a burning
won't.
house meme. This is
No,
fine.
that's a trope we missed. He won't die even if he's dead.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, and he's getting a checkup, and she
Yeah.
knows about the accident, about the girl
Uh,
with the umbrella.
the nurse. Yeah, nurse and
Yeah,
him
the
talk.
nurse. I don't know what
They're
the nurse's name is. She is nurse in my
yeah.
notes.
She's just
She's a
nurse,
sweetheart. I like her, and she
and
tries to actually help Koichi and find things out. She's like the only
she's
youthful
yeah.
character in the
She's,
anime.
she's really into the main character.
She
It's
like goes out of her way to be like,
really
"Hey, come let's
weird.
have lunch."
Yeah,
You
let's go
know,
eat lunch. Let's talk about this curse. Let's.
we gonna
And I'm
talk about
like,
how old he is compared to her. We're just gonna leave that one alone.
I'm just confused as to like he's supposed to be. They keep saying high school, but it really doesn't feel like he's a high schooler. You know,
Yeah.
because
Well,
then they talk about
Japan has a
going to
little
high
different
school.
with their schedules and things like that. Like, it's to my knowledge, I could be wrong. I'm perfectly okay with being wrong. That the high school is more like a college thing. That they choose their high school, they choose what they're studying, and all that kind of stuff. It's not the
Still, he's only
same.
like 15.
Yeah, I know, it's a different culture.
Yeah,
But
well,
then
16.
the nurse says,
They get married.
she mentions that she knows about the accident, and Koichi is like, "You know about that?" My instant response, "I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I'm a
like
Disney nerd," was Simba. Everybody knows about that. I
don't put
couldn't
me at the
help it.
limit, Simba.
And
So
then go ahead.
yeah, they just have this talk about the curse, and she's just like, no, my brother won't talk about that. My brother won't talk about that.
And then
And
yeah, the nurse's brother is in the class with him,
yeah,
and I think his name was Takarun Izuno. I think he's the jock.
he's part of the Kendo Club. He's not the one
Yeah.
that we know. He's just some other side character. But
Well,
they
yeah, one of
do
the jocks anyway.
he does the main character is like there's something different about May, and I was like maybe it's like they said last week or what they told you not that long ago that she doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, and then they go and have lunch, and they kind of talk. Oh, his checkup was fine. Just the doctor said no strenuous
Well,
activities,
yeah,
no overexerting.
I'm not really
But that could mean something. If he has to overexert himself for any reason, he could really activate his medical condition. He could
I
aggravate it.
I don't know if that's gonna come into play, but if they don't bring it in, I'm gonna be mad. Because Klopsy, I don't know if you know about this writing trope, which is Chekhov's gun, which is
No, what is that?
if you mention a gun on the mantelpiece in chapter one or part one of a play, it better go off by part three. Meaning, if you bring something up, it
Yes.
better
You
be
better use it.
used.
Don't
Yeah,
waste our
that
Yeah.
time with yeah.
So if,
So that's why I
that
said that.
jitsu
Because
yeah,
go ahead. Sorry.
I was saying like that jitsu trope in
yeah,
Naruto.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that
Exactly.
technique. You can't use that technique. In this one, it's like your lung. Your lung might be. Don't be strenuous because of your lung.
He could be
And it's
hospitalized or worse if that
yeah.
aggravates.
I
Yeah.
feel like they're gonna hospitalize the main character later. I feel like they're gonna just do that to get him out for a little while.
I feel
Cause
like that could
that's
be a thing, and I could
gotta go.
imagine lots of creepy things happening in that
Put
hospital room.
put the main character back in the hospital where he belongs for a while. Get him out of the school.
He probably should just stay there. He might be.
It's probably well.
So Koichi and our nurse, which is a big sister to one of the students in his class, get lunch and they
Yeah,
kind of chat. He
they talk.
finds out that the girl that died, whose name is Sumisaki Kaijo, the glasses girl that died, she's actually cousin to May, the eye patch girl.
That's not what I got from the dub. It seemed more
Oh,
like it seemed more like that May was the cousin of the girl that died
yeah,
a
that's
few
what I said.
weeks ago.
Oh,
The
the
one
other
that's in the
girl.
the one that she went to go visit.
Either or. It could be really either or, and that makes sense.
It's super
It's
like
vague.
vague
Vague.
and
That's what I got from it, though. And
but
then
the nurse does say that she will talk to the kid's brother. about.
But she also said that every time she tried to ask her brother about anything, he acted
Yeah,
really like
yeah.
apprehensive and scared, and she
Yeah, but
thinks
we
it
know
wasn't
that.
an act.
We
Yeah,
understand. No one wants to talk about this curse to anybody, and especially not
I'm
to the
just
main
gonna
character.
beat it with a stick. I'm gonna beat it like a
We
dead
don't
horse.
need to. No one wants to talk to the main character about this curse, and that has been to the detriment to like, oh, all of this stuff is starting. Like, oh, it's all starting, and then like the main character, he goes, gets done with his lunch, and he runs into another girl from the class, and she's like, oh,
Hmm.
are you skipping school? And he's like, no, I was in the hospital. And then they have this little talk, and they're standing in front of a truck holding a plane of glass, which, number one, I would not do that in a
We've
normal day.
all seen the Final Destination movie. Which one of the Final
But
Destination movies had? I don't know, but it's one
there's,
of
oh
them.
my god, so many. But Klopsy, just would you ever talk to someone on a semi-windy day in front of a truck with a big giant plate of glass on it
That
that's
was
not
not strapped
down?
down.
No, never.
Mm-mm.
Exactly. Who does that?
Okay, I gotta blame those drivers because there was no cones, there was no cordoned off safety
Right? They
areas.
were
No,
just like,
nobody be like, "Hey, watch out! This is unsafe, sir.
why
Please
were they
move away."
deliver? They weren't even like. It didn't look like they were concerned about the glass because they were just inside. So it's like, are you guys delivering this? I was really like, I could go off on just this truck with this glass for like 20 minutes trying to figure out what the plan here was with these two guys. And I was like, dude, they need OSHA or something to step in and be like, oh, this is an unsafe work environment. You can't do that. We gotta put our get our little
Top 10
clipboard out
animes
here.
OSHA needs to be in.
Yeah, top 10 problems solved by OSHA in animes.
Yes.
This is
So the gust
unsafe. Gust of wind
gust
come.
comes
Which,
and knocks the
did you
glass
notice
over.
something about that?
What's that?
Okay, so let's see. Plane of glass is facing this way, right?
Hmm.
The wind is going this way, not this way.
Yeah, you're
This
right.
way,
I thought it was very weird too
and
because
then
those
the
plates of
glass
glass
goes
are
this
not
way.
light. My uncle's a
No.
truck driver that hauls glass. That stuff's not light. It
So
doesn't. Yeah.
wind goes this way, knocks glass this way.
I
When glass
mean,
should be cutting through the wind. Ooh.
maybe the wind could have made a backwards pressure behind it, but that's still kind of a stretch. And then the glass was heavy enough to just fall the way it was tilted.
I did like that the one piece of glass. I'm thinking that's foreshadowing because that one piece of glass stayed standing up and then fell over, and I'm like,
Hmm.
Art Girl is gonna
Well,
glass,
it's gonna fall on Art Girl, and
or she's gonna
she's
fall
a
through a
theater girl.
glass. Something to
And
wait
then
for that.
Kalichi like jumps and saves her, and then she like has a
Yeah,
full blown panic attack,
yeah,
and not
yeah.
not even because the glass almost hit her. No, her panic attack is the no, not me. It's not supposed to be. I
Yeah.
don't want to die, and it's just you're not.
Lady,
You're good.
you're not. You're good. You're
You're
fine.
fine.
Go move on.
Good. It's fine.
So,
Yeah.
there was one thing. Did you note that the nurse said there's no Damians in town?
Town.
There's
No.
no Damians in town,
Oh no,
which,
she said on the dub. She said no demons in town. There's no big
oh,
scary demons in town.
that's bad because she said Damien in the sub, and that is a reference to the horror movie Damien.
Yeah, and actually there was a little note that popped up on the thing that did explain that there was a reference.
Yeah,
Oh wait, no, she did say Damien. I'm sorry.
yeah,
That
it's a
was my
reference to
blonde
the movie.
moment. My hair color is a liar. That was my blonde moment. She did say Damien, and it was yeah, it did pop up, and I actually paused it so I could read it. But
I
it
thought
said
I thought that
yeah,
was a
that was
cool
neat.
little nod to Damien. That was a cool little like I do like that this anime does a lot of nods to
It does
other
popular
horror.
cultures and
Yeah,
horror and stuff like
it's
that.
really cool. But after that, we go back to the doll shop where the old lady gives the exact same welcome.
Yep. The exact same thing. I was not sure if this was a flashback or
I
because it was or maybe like a revisitation of the memory because the same thing.
so and
But she seemed a hair creepier, like she had their glasses
yeah,
reflections so you
yeah.
couldn't see her eyes.
But it basically feels like the same thing happens.
And
Main character goes back
but he doesn't
downstairs.
wander around looking. He goes right
No,
to
he
that doll that he
goes
saw
right
May
back.
last at. Yeah.
He shows up again,
And at first they have
and
like a little chit chat like about school and like May only goes when she feels like it.
yeah,
And he
blah
asked
blah
her
blah
how things are
blah.
going since the accident, yada yada yada. But then,
and then she's like, I'm 100% sure it's happening again.
mm-hmm.
And it's like, I was like, so is them meeting causing the problem? Because she's like, are you going to school tomorrow? He's like, yeah. She's like, then I won't go. And it's like, it,
Like what? What?
I don't understand
Yeah,
the connection.
yeah. She won't show up if he goes back, and he goes to ask her more, and is plot blocked by falling doll. Plot block.
Yeah, and she disappears, and then
Yeah,
we
she
get,
just no walking away, no
yeah,
footsteps, just gone.
auntie's having chronic headaches now, which I'm thinking that might just be the drinking. I don't think that that's
Well,
I mean, she's been, come on, she comes home drunk.
she does, but also I know some people that have
Chronic
chronic pain that
headaches.
use alcohol to try to manage their symptoms. It's
Yeah,
not a
but
good way to do that. Don't do
she
that. If
says
you
it's
need
a
help, see your doctor.
but she says
But
it's been happening lately. So it
yeah,
doesn't seem like it's been happening before. It just started happening, which might be connected to the curse, or she's probably gonna have a brain tumor and die.
yeah. I hope not. I like the drunk aunt, Reiko. I think her name is
Yeah,
Reiko.
I just call her drunk aunt.
But
Then we
Koichi wants
get,
to know more about her ninth grade, and then she
yeah,
confesses
she's
that
in
she
class
was
3.
in class 3, but she says she can't remember. She can't
She's
remember what
lying.
happened.
She's
Yeah,
lying.
she's like, I don't know. Like, how could you not remember
Everyone
if
is
that
lying
thing
to
was
him.
going on? Yeah.
That's my biggest note I've made
And
in
then
this
she
anime.
reminds him that
Everyone is lying.
yeah, and then she reminds him, don't forget to always uphold the class rules.
Yeah, rule
You
number
know,
3 is to always follow. Which that leads into the next morning where everyone's avoiding him. No one's talking to him really. We get Akazawa, who's talking about needing new countermeasures, because
yeah, they're all
clearly they're.
whispering to each other again.
And then
That's
she's like, "Oh, it's my fault because I missed his first day, and no one like explained everything to him properly." And it's like, "Well, no one's explained anything to him.
and they
You
said
guys,
it was she said it was her fault because she didn't tell him in time because he broke the rules.
like, you know what would have solved this issue? Someone talking to him.
Yeah.
Just like hey, dude, look, we've got this rule. You see that girl with the eye patch? Don't acknowledge her. Yeah, you do, we're all gonna die. I know it
Yeah.
sounds crazy. Just don't do it. Just let's
But
hang
here's
up.
the thing, DC. If you went to a school like that and somebody came up to you on your first day, or even before your first day, because he saw May before he even went to school, so they wouldn't have even caught him in time. He saw her at
Yeah,
the hospital.
but well,
But
yeah,
if somebody told you,
whatever.
hey,
They could have explained it in
you
the
might
hospital.
see
That's all
this
I'm saying.
girl that has an eye patch. If you see her, yeah, they did see him at the hospital, though. You're right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you, Klopsy, would either of you actually listen to that, though? I probably wouldn't because I'd be like, what? What do you mean I can't
Collapse
talk
is just
to
like,
that girl?
no,
You wouldn't do it?
no.
You would
Collapse
listen
is
to
just
your
like,
classmate?
no,
Nah.
who would listen? No. But anyways, so that happens. They talk with Akazawa. Main character tries to talk to them. He gets shut down again. Nobody tells him anything because that's how this anime rolls.
Yep.
And we get another call from the nurse, and for some reason she's on the roof and decides to go back down. That moment, takes the elevator.
Oh, you kind of skipped a little something I found
We
plot interesting.
it's
I know, but I'm just going to mention it real quick that the ponytail girl and the jock friend kind of pulls him off to the side because Koichi was promised that jock friend would said he'd tell him.
Yeah, and they're like, no.
And then she's like, I'm gonna ask you to forgive him of his promise because now all of a sudden she doesn't want any. I mean, well, not all of a sudden. She
It
doesn't
just
want him to
doesn't make
know, and
sense.
so she asked him to forget about his promise.
Yeah,
Yeah, we go to the nurse, and
and crush.
yeah,
So
gem.
second of the second death of the episode, and that's where it ends.
One episode right after another too.
Yeah,
It just they hit you hard.
that's where it
And
ends, and we get to go to Baccano,
Baccano,
the
however
Baccano,
you say it,
the Baccano,
exactly, the Baccano, the
debauchery.
thing, the thing with the stuff.
Yes.
So,
So
and then sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
Klopsy, did you enjoy the episode?
the
I
episode's
was
title was Lad Russo enjoys talking a lot about slaughtering a lot. That was the name
I
of the
was
episode.
so confused by that episode. I don't know if I retained any of what I had saw that episode. It just left me with
Oh,
more questions. So I went back and said, all right, well, maybe I need some context. I'm gonna go watch
no,
the first
it
episode.
doesn't.
Didn't help. It
No,
left me with more questions
this
because
This whole
let's
anime is one big question mark.
yeah,
let me resolve this for you right now. There's so
please,
much
thank you.
jumping around in this
Yes,
anime that you don't get context.
yeah.
There's no
Oh my god.
context is later. You get
You just
context
go for the
now
ride,
for
dude.
things
That's
that
all you do
happened
in
in the
this anime.
past.
Okay.
Like this episode gave us context to previous episodes.
Oh my god.
That's how this
That
anime
makes sense.
works.
Yes.
You get
So
we've jumped from 1930 to 1931, and in this episode we were jumping from events that happened before the train to after the train to the train to after to before to after to during, and it's just like, just slow down a little. I want to
yeah.
recut this entire anime just to give us like sequential order to
Oh my
events.
god.
No, that'd be too easy. It'd be too easy. You'd understand what was going on.
Oh, oh, Otaku Empire asks, did we like the white suit murder mafia?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I did. So pretty much
Oh,
it starts off with Lad Russo on the train, and he just gets all excited about hearing gunshots from the dining car. Well, we can assume it's a dining car because what happened last episode. And he just heads
um,
toward it.
yeah, yeah, he's I just put I just put a little note here, murder fetish. I mean,
Yeah.
that's all I got from
And
Lad
he
Russo
doesn't even
this
like
episode.
at first I thought Lad just liked killing himself, but no, he wants to see the killing as well. He wants to
He
see it
wants to
all.
see it. He wants to be in it. He wants to
Yes.
do it. He wants to just he wears a white suit because that makes the blood pop. You know,
Yes, it
like,
makes it look better. Yes. And then
God,
we kind of cut to a little bit of information on him and his black suits and the
yeah,
white suits.
yeah. We get
And
well, not the black suits so much. We get more information on the white suit.
well, we
We-
find out that that Lad is kind of affiliated with the black suits, which is which family? I have it written down somewhere.
they're not affiliated. They're
Well,
those
his boss is the uncle.
yeah,
Or
not of
his
that
uncle is
family.
the boss, so.
Yeah, he's
Huh?
the family of the Russo family. He's the head of the Russo family. Those guys
Okay.
were just wearing black suits because that's just what you wear as an Italian mafia man. Let me just tell you right now.
Yeah,
All right,
you're right.
get that out of the
And
way.
then the black suit uncle man dude leader dude says, they're looking for jacuzzi for
Yeah.
this thing, and then they just kind of
No,
have
no,
a
no,
one
no.
off.
Don't skip that part. They're looking for Jacuzzi because Jacuzzi beat one of their boys so bad he's not even recognizable as human.
Okay, yeah, but that's true. But I don't know why, because jacuzzi, we know
Yeah.
jacuzzi. He's a
Why did
sweet,
Jacuzzi do that?
he's a sweet little innocent
Sweet.
thing. I love him.
I don't
Jacuzzi.
know, Klopsy, did you see a lot of Jacuzzi in your watchings?
I didn't get any of the characters' names. I watched that whole
Jacuzzi
episode.
He's
was
the one with
one
the
of the boys
scar.
with the scar on his face.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one that's super freaked out about the train monster.
I think Jacuzzi is one of the only names. I know Jacuzzi and I know Firo and I know Lad. That's about
You
it.
you can't forget a name like Jacuzzi.
Yeah. I'm surprised his last name isn't Hot Tub, honestly. Jacuzzi Hot Tub. Here to help
Yeah,
you.
I know. It's so sad. So we get that. We get we get Lad Russo talking to Uncle about what he wants to do when he catches Jacuzzi, and he's like, "Are you gonna choke him until he starts foaming at the mouth?" And he just like he's choking this dude out, and in the whole time he's just talking and talking and talking, and
And while
I
he's
know,
describing these things, he's
yeah,
taking
he's
out
doing
the dude's guards. Like, he's taking them all out.
yeah, and we find out
Just
that Lad,
demonstrating.
yeah, we find out that Lad is the assassin of the Russo family, which makes sense.
Yeah, he
And
totally is a great
I
assassin.
just I
But
just made
pretty
a note.
much, he just wants to go on the
Definite
train
murder
and kill people.
fetish.
Yes, definite.
Definite murder fetish. Just that's
Murder
noted.
boner, can we say?
He's God. That guy loves his murder. You know, it's refreshing with Lad. We were talking about that not every villain is redeemable. Lad Russo.
No, no, he's not. It just
There
put him
is
down.
there
It's
is
gone too
nothing
far.
redeemable about Lad Russo.
Nope, nope, not at all.
You just gotta enjoy his fun. He's just a fun guy to have in an anime because like, oh, this guy's just crazy. I love it.
Yeah, exactly. He's just lost his mind.
I just love when you just have a crazy dude in there.
And
Just
Lad
for
just
having
pretty much
fun.
he tells him the boss about the train that he wants to
Yeah,
go.
he wants to go rob the. Well, he wants to go to the train to murder half of the people on the train,
Uh-huh.
and then say that we're gonna crash the train into Manhattan, but really we're just gonna be extorting the train company for money. That'll solve your money problem, which was caused
And the boss is like, I don't want anything to do with this.
Yeah, no, just don't mention my name. Don't say anything about me.
He's
Get out
like,
of here,
do
you
whatever you
crazy
want, but
bastard.
I am not a part of this. Don't say my name.
You crazy F. Get out.
Yes, exactly. Pretty much. And he's like, go ahead, but not with my name. Don't do it. And then Lad threatens him, and they have a little
Yeah.
confrontation there. But
We
you know,
meet Lua, we meet those
yeah.
guys.
And
They're
then the
similar to
rest
Lad.
of the white suits come in and kind of like
Yeah.
intimidate the boss dude. He's like, we're doing whatever we want, whether you say we can't or cannot.
What do you think of Lad, Klopsy? What are your thoughts on Lad?
The
Which one
murder
was
dude.
that?
The murder
He's the
dude.
crazy
Oh,
Persona
murder
direct.
man.
Murder man.
it was it's almost iconic scene. It's pretty violent, but
Oh,
definitely the standout part of the episode.
the boxing scene, which
Yeah.
comes pretty
Oh
much
my.
next.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he
Oh
goes to
my
the train,
god.
yeah. And then
This-
there's a fight. And then he pretty much comes to fisticuffs with these characters with guns. And he
Yeah,
just beats the crap out of them. Just
I
with
gotta
his fists.
that dude took a beating.
Oh yeah,
That dude took a beating.
he
And he
did.
starts naming off famous boxers, and he's like, "Do you know any boxers? You're American. You should. If you don't, I won't forgive you. But even if you do, I won't forgive you."
And just everyone's stunned, silent watching this
What
happen. Like
What
Yeah.
would
he's
you
just sitting
do?
here,
What
but
would you do in this situation when some
I
dude
would
comes in
leave.
and just
I
beats? What?
I would go the way that Nick did and leave the dining car.
Just be like Nick. Everyone should be more like Nick. Just
out.
run.
I'm out. Bye. Just
I
gone.
love, I love
Just
Nick.
no.
He's great.
But then as they're sitting there doing their thing, Cheslem, who is still with the mayor,
How
the
do you
woman.
remember that kid's name?
It
I
was
just
so
call him
unique.
Kid.
Hello, unique name. It was
I
so
just call
unique.
him
Cheslem.
I just call him Kid, and he wants to use Lad in the game.
He's like, and he's just
Whatever
sitting there.
weird plan.
She's holding him, and he looks like he's a scared little kid. But you see his eyes, and he's like, I can use
Mm.
these fools. Ha ha ha.
We get a little bit more information on Dallas this episode. Dallas,
Mhm.
he seems to be immortal, I think, because of the way they're talking.
Maybe, but the info brokers that told his sister they couldn't really help her, they didn't have much for her, know a lot more than they're letting on.
Yeah, they clearly do. There's a lot of secrets. They're not allowed to talk about. Even the higher up is like, no one's allowed to talk about this, which is why I think
Yeah,
he's
and then
immortal.
like they mention like the president, like
Yeah,
what?
the
I don't.
president of the company.
But still,
He the president of the company is like, don't talk about this. Information brokers are like,
I
no
mean,
one,
they mention
no
the
one say anything.
Runerata family, which is
Yeah,
and then somebody that took care of Dallas, and just
yeah,
there's some plot
but it
blocks in
seems
that
like there's some
whole
more
segment
things that.
too. There's some
But
plot blocks in there.
then we get more Isaac and Mira.
I love Isaac and Mira. And it goes
So
back to the hot hat shop where
yes,
Firo and his buddy had
Yeah.
passed them. Yeah.
Isaac and Mira are the two that were in the hat shop, the man and the
Yes.
woman.
The goofballs.
The greatest characters in any anime ever. They also were the ones that robbed the Russo family.
With
The
the baseball
reason as
bats.
to why Lad is going on his thing. Yes, they robbed him wearing a Wade Cobbs and Babe Ruth jerseys.
Okay, did you notice when they went in the hat shop and picked out their disguises? Not only did they pay for it, but they also threatened the shopkeeper for no
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. They're just like,
Yes.
don't you remember our faces? Or
And the
else, but here, take our money.
And the shopkeeper's just like, okay, whatever.
He just does not have time for their BS. He's just an older, distinguished gentleman. And then he like glares at them, and they both about crap themselves, and they run out.
Yeah, and they run out, and then they talk about their future plans of getting rich and buying a house and building a train in their front yard to take them to the gate.
And they're cute. They do this
Isaac and
little
Mira.
twirly thing,
and then
they're
boom,
hit by a car.
hit by a car where we are introduced to what's his name?
See, at first I thought the dude in the car. Now
Wait.
Isaac and Mira are okay. They were
Yeah,
fine. Their hands were hit and they were thrown apart. They're fine. They get up, dust themselves off. They're good.
Then shout at them, come back
Yeah.
here.
But it's the button girl that Firo tried to hunt down to give her button
Ennis.
back. Ennis? Nice. See, you remembered her name. Ennis.
It's really hard to forget that one. Put a P in that one. But then we're introduced
now
to old
you
man.
ruined it for me, DC. Thanks. You
welcome.
ruined her name for me. You ruined the whole
It's
character. Throw
really
the whole
hard.
show away. Throw
It's
the whole show
really
away.
hard. Like Klopsy probably didn't know her name was Enos.
Ennis.
Yeah, come on. Klopsy, why would you name a character that?
Especially a female character. There are male character with similar names, like in the Ancient Magus Bride.
I don't
But
want to say it.
yeet the show away. KJ30 says
I
in
don't
chat.
want to. I don't want to. I don't want to say it.
And then, so I actually thought the dude she was driving around was the scientist dude for a minute. They
Yeah,
looked very
but
similar.
he's not bald.
No, and then it kind of goes flashbacks between the scientist and this guy who is definitely like part of the scientist, and they go to like
Don't read it. Just move on. Just move on.
they kind of go to like the secret society type thing, right? You
Yes,
saw
yeah.
that, right? Okay.
Weird secret society he hasn't been to in 20 years. You find out that the old man is over 200 years old because he
Yeah.
mentions it. And he's
Yep,
offering
yep.
immortality to some of these old dudes.
Yep. And that was pretty much the real only true
Yeah.
new information
New
we got
information.
from this whole episode was the fact that the scientist dude and this, do we have a title for this older
Quates. I just call him grumpy old guy.
grumpy old guy like they were part of each other, and then the secret society was saying something about they had finally perfected the formula, the scientist
Yes,
was supposed to
and
bring it to
that's what
them.
it's.
Yes.
Bates is supposed to bring it.
Yes.
That's
And
what he was
it
protecting.
kind of does skips back to the alley scene where the scientist was beat up,
Yeah.
and then NST Sphero, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah. And then we go back to the train a little bit.
This scene, the final scene in this episode, we go back to the train, and we see the Scarred group, so Jacuzzi's group.
Yeah.
And what the heck was at the window?
Clearly
what was that?
The rail chaser.
No,
Duh.
no, that's not the rail. No,
The rail
because the rail chaser is supposed to be like some sort of fog or mist or
Wow, that was
nebulous
a foggy
being.
shadow.
No, that was a demon.
Well, you know what? It goes with my theory that this was all started by Satan worshipping pirates that granted themselves immortality. That's my
You are
theory.
confusing this with the movie we watched.
No, I'm not.
Captain Harlock.
Because if you remember in the very first episode, there was a picture in the 1700s where there was a boat that had a demonic circle and candles on it. And I'm telling you,
you're right. I'm not saying your theory is right. It's a possibility, but you're right that happened.
I'm telling you,
Klopsy, what did you
pirates.
think was out the window?
I just figured it was some sort of demon that we would have been introduced to in like the earlier episodes, but I didn't think too much about. Yeah.
Nope.
That
you're understanding.
That's the first time we've seen something that supernatural.
You're understanding the anime now. There's
yeah.
no context.
KJ says DC into the turd box with you.
No.
It felt like a fever dream to be a part of. It was.
You should watch Another.
Yeah, I really think you should watch Another. I think Klopsy, I think you should catch up on Another and Baccano if you can, and then join us in anime club. Watch it with us.
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent.
I invested in 2 episodes. I need to understand what happened.
Yeah, I know. You got to understand where it's going now.
Yeah.
For sure.
Especially when you see the first episode. So when you see the 4th episode, you're like, okay, cool. This seems pretty normal. I don't see any magic or any weird powers. So I can I don't need to suspend my disbelief. It's just like a run of the mill, like Prohibition era anime. Yeah. And then you watch the first episode, and you see them like get shot and then reverse time, and it just leads for an even more confusing experience.
We don't know
either. We don't know when that takes place.
Yeah, and then you have like this little girl who's like the puppet master or something. Like, oh, like he looks like a good protagonist, and you're just like, okay, I know even less now. The more you know, the more you don't know.
That's Baccano in a nutshell.
Just go with the flow, man. Just let it happen. Just relax and enjoy the ride. Okay.
Yes. I gotta take lots of notes and.
Yeah. Otaku Empire says, "I love Klopsy explanation." Oh my god. Yes. I think you do a great job.
So I think the next episode of Baccano is because this one was more like recap and explanation. This was the most information we've gotten from one episode.
Ramp. It was recap, explanation, and ramp.
Wow.
I think we're gonna get more stuff happening next episode. I'm not sure if we're gonna have more questions or more answers, but stuff.
I'm predicting way more questions.
This is only 16 episodes, right?
Yeah.
So is this even watchable as an anime, like in isolation, or do you need to pick up from the manga to even make sense of what?
I
That's
think it's
film.
pretty much. Well, think about like
Has
Trigun's
anyone
only 26,
has
so
anyone
that's
actually
probably.
read the manga? Can you
I'm
guys say down
thinking about.
below if anyone's read the manga and if it actually, can we get the whole story from just the anime so far or what?
Well, if it's anything like Trigun, the answer is going to be no.
I only watched the anime on Trigun, and tell you what, that last quarter bit of it was
Oh no,
it was a thing.
the manga's so. But
It
Trigun has
was a
so much.
thing.
But
But anyway, what do you
I
think
did.
about
I was
next
gonna say,
episode? Yeah,
I really enjoyed this episode. I'm looking forward to the next. I
me
really
too.
hope. I really hope, Klopsy, that you do join us and you do watch it because it's. We're gonna find out this information one way or another. Uh, we're gonna be on a crazy railroad soon. We're gonna go off the rails. Uh,
Yeah, this has to make sense to me. There's no other option.
I've got to solve this puzzle now.
Yes, I agree. I want to know what's going to happen. It was actually hard not to go find the next episode to put it on after that. I was just like,
I know because it's just like I gotta figure this out. I
we
gotta.
got to be good
What
noodles.
is?
We got
I
to be
just
good
want to
noodles.
know. I just want to know how they're immortal. I want to know how they made a serum to create
I want to
immortality.
know how any of this. I want to know
And
all of the things.
it's weird is that I want to know more about Baccano than I do another. Just because with like another, I'm just like, I mean, I kind of get it. I can see where this is
Another,
going.
I'm along for the ride, but Baccano leaves me burning to answer those questions more. Because another, I feel
Yeah.
like they're going to get answered. I feel like if I'm patient, it'll play out.
With Baccano, you don't know. That's just the thing. Is like I don't know if these questions are gonna get answered, man.
Exactly.
There's so many questions. I don't know what's gonna happen. And then with
So,
another, it's like let's wait. We'll wait. We'll
yeah,
find out.
I think, yeah, that's what I get the vibes from, is if we were patient with another. I'm worried that Baccano or Baccano, however you say it, is not going to answer all my questions.
If you
I
guys
think
have never seen Soul Eater, there's a reason why I call it Baccano.
I have seen Soul Eater.
Then you know why I do that, and it's because of it's because of Excalibur. Baccano. I love
Fool!
I love
Excalibur.
Excalibur so
So
much.
now that we're done with the episodes, is it time for me to complain yet?
Yeah, go ahead,
Can I
complain.
go full? I might go full Karen.
All right, go about
Captain
our a
Harlock.
wonderful movie, Captain Harlock, one of the best pirate movies ever made.
Disclaimer, I enjoyed the movie. It was very good. I actually kind of watched it 1.5 times for reasons, but I enjoyed it. I watched it dub. The dub, the voice acting was decent, but the way.
What? Go on, keep going. Why
Don't make me get your manager. I'll go get your manager. Excuse me. I'm trying to talk here. Could you let me speak,
I
please?
wouldn't say anything.
Thank you. I don't like your attitude right now. I'm feeling like it's a very hostile environment. So can you just thanks. I appreciate that. You need to calm down just a little bit.
So
Thank you.
tell us about your bad decision to watch the dub.
I watched the dub. I have children. They watch anime with me. They do not speak Japanese, or can they not read fast enough to watch the subs. So me and my husband and my children started watching it. Decent experience. The animation was good, and the movie was good. And then about halfway through the movie, it started switching between dub and Japanese. Now it didn't even give me the decency of giving me subtitles. Not even the decency of doing that. No, and like. KJ's 130 says, "Make your children read faster."
Yeah, so it's problem solved.
Oh, excellent. But no, the dub itself was not bad. The voice actors did a decent job of reading their script and their lines. They put the emotion, they conveyed the feelings, but whoever edited it, you would have a character that would go, and then a millisecond later, "Hey, watch out for that guy over there." And it's just,
Haven't you ever watched old kung fu movies? Come on.
I have, but this was made in 2016. They should do better. And they spent a lot of money on
Be
this movie.
better. Yes, they did.
If you're going to spend this much money on this movie, at least make the dub watchable.
So I do want to tell you this, Klopsy. Captain Harlock is about an immortal space pirate that has a ship that is powered by dark matter that is an infinite energy source, and the ship can literally automatically repair itself using dark matter.
Yeah,
Ship is magic.
Sounds
I
like
love
it'd
it.
make more sense than Baccano.
It does. It does. It's well explained. It's well
Well,
explained.
see, I feel like the dub it was not as well explained because eventually I gave up and I went and found SRT
Yeah.
files so I could read along with the Japanese parts and the kids just be like, "What does it say?" I'm like, "Shh,
Yeah.
it's fine.
I
It'll
mean,
be
you
over
don't.
in a minute." I've actually found out that the Japanese parts in the official dub release, those pieces that were remain Japanese were actually cut out. They cut those pieces out, and some of them were rather substantial pieces of plot. And I'm like, I'm glad I watched this version, even though I'm going to complain about it. But
Yeah. Like but what I do like about Captain Harlock is that it kept true to the early 80s designs, kind of like they modernized it a little bit, but you could really see it in the hair. That was some early 80s designs, even the weapons and the guns. I loved it. It looks so good, and I was like, it's so cheesy, so good.
it was a good movie, and like I knew it was an old anime. I've heard of it ish before, but the movie was still fun to watch, even though I never saw the original anime. You should definitely check it out, Klopsy. It was
Yes.
if you get the dub, make sure you find subtitles. I mean,
uh
find one with subtitles.
Definitely
Nice.
check it out. And honestly, this was my first this movie was my first foray into um the kind of Captain Harlock world, but it has made me want to check out the original anime,
Mm,
and I'm
all right.
hoping to watch that because this looks fun. Um,
Nice.
and there
Yeah.
is a little bit of lore to Captain Harlock. It's kind of a like if you actually watch the anime and the manga, it's more about Captain Harlock may not actually be immortal. It might just be a title, sort of like the Dread Pirate Roberts. It's just
Like the
the real Captain.
story of the man outgrew the man himself.
Yeah, the real Captain Harlock's been retired for down in the Caribbean Sea for 30 years.
Yeah. But and once again, I did sample both the sub and the dub in a way because I cannot
Princess
stop
Bride,
reading the
Princess,
subtitles while I was listening to the
Princess
dub.
Bride. Thank you, Princess
Excuse me,
Bride.
sir. I'm talking, sir. I'm gonna need you to step
Princess Bride
back,
is an amazing
sir,
movie
sir,
and
sir.
good book.
I'm gonna need you to stop
Yeah,
talking
no,
while I'm
no,
talking.
no. I'm just looking
I'm
over here.
sorry. Can
What
I
is
speak to
happening?
your manager, please?
I'm looking
I'm
at
feeling really
Trigun Badlands
disrespected right
Rumble.
now. I'm feeling really disrespected right now.
Good movie.
So, so
Badlands
can
Rumble.
can I talk now, please? Anyway, so the sub
So,
actually gave me the story time because the dub did not even bother to
this
not
looks.
only change the Japanese writing on the beginning, did not even bother to give you that in English or voice over it. They didn't bother to do that. So if you watch this movie, just watch dub with caution. But pretty much they start the movie. If you don't mind me launching into that, you guys have anything else to say about that before I do that? Sorry,
um,
I went full
Klopsy.
Karen for a minute.
I think it's fine, but um, you know, I don't know. It's just a good movie. Good
It
movie.
is.
That's all
So
I
it
have to
kind of
say about
starts
it.
with a group of people on a planet, and they hear a ship coming in there, and they all climb up this mountain. And when I first watched it, I'm like, they're climbing up a mountain now. But the ship was up there, and they're looking for new recruits. So it goes through each one, and they ask him, why do we sail? And this is the pirate ship, Captain Harlock ship, and they ask him why they sail. And each person that doesn't answer the right way falls. Like one person says for riches, one person says I think for memories or something like that.
Money, wealth, fame, and freedom.
Yeah, and then all of them fall except for the last dude, which was Vest Dude, because this movie is terrible at giving movies names in this movie, especially the dub version. They don't give you names for half the characters until the very end. But Vest Dude, which I actually found out is named Logan in the dub, and he has a different name in the sub. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
Yami. I did a little
Yumi.
Google. I did a little
Yeah,
Google.
no, that is not his name.
Yeah, in the dub, his name is Logan. So I'm just gonna refer to him as Vest Dude. Is that
Um,
good? Yeah, that's good. So pretty much, he passes their little test by saying we sell for. So he took too long to answer, damn near, and then
yeah,
he started to fall.
they drop him. He says freedom. He gets caught.
He gets caught by
We
what
go
I
off
called
on our
her was
adventure.
Pirate Woman for the first half of the movie because I didn't know her name
I can't
until like
remember
one of
what
the
it was.
her name was
Yeah,
Kei
something like
K.
that.
I don't know if it's different in the dub or sub, but
She's awesome. She's Great
she is pretty.
badass.
She is a badass. So I will agree with you. And then he kind of has his like, well, this is who's gonna take care of you. And Kay gets stuck with him because she caught him, the newbie.
Yeah, but
And
then she catches him. We go off on our wacky, crazy adventure of awesome space pirates versus corrupt empire.
yeah, and the first they get right into the fight pretty fast. Every time there's a fight scene in my notes, there's just pew pew space fight, pew pew space fight, pew
It's
pew pew.
amazing.
I mean, the
Lasers
graphics are
and everything.
amazing. It's great. It's great. But
It's great
pretty much,
awesomeness.
Vest Dude, Logan, Yami, Vest Dude, he confronts one of the Gaia empires. There was a little story time at the beginning. We didn't really explain that. That
It's fine. We don't need to
humankind
explain the
spread out.
movie. You know,
He's not seen it, and I just spit on
it's
myself.
I know it's fine. We're gonna make him watch it. It's
But yeah,
fine.
and and then they go on adventures, and then he's actually Vest Dude's actually working for the other people, and then yeah, and there's just like
Like I
his
said,
family, his
awesome space
history,
pirate
and just
adventure.
if you
It's
haven't seen
great.
it, go watch it. I don't think yeah, I'm not gonna go over the entire movie. I'm not gonna do that to you guys because you got to go watch it yourself if you haven't seen it. And
It's
if you have,
exactly. It needs to be experienced.
can I just say spoiler free ending real quick? Can I just say something on that?
That is not possible.
Spoiler free ending. What?
You
Like
mean
this
yes?
dude takes over for this dude, but that dude still's there. You know what I'm saying? Spoiler free ending. And but he's still there, and then they just go. They just leave.
He's not. He's not. He's
He didn't.
not.
He didn't take over. He just working with.
No, he's not there. That's all I'm gonna say. He's not there. He's not there.
He was in the chair. I saw him with mine own eyes, my special eyes.
No. So that was our anime club this week.
Kitty.
And again, you can tune into Anime Club Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time
DC,
by
I have questions.
joining. No.
I have questions.
What are your questions?
No, we could get together later because
Yes.
it's gonna probably take a while. I am blonde. Okay.
I've got answers. But
Excellent.
join us for Anime Club. We're
Please.
gonna be doing it. It's hosted in the voice channel on the server, hosted by YoJack. We're gonna be doing Anime Club episodes. We're gonna be doing weekly movies. We got a movie every week. This upcoming movie is Vexel. I know nothing about it, so I
Me
can't
neither.
give you any sort of interesting little things to go off onto.
Give it a Google.
But the expected time to start for the movie is 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard. Everyone is welcome to join. We hope to see you there.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. So we can go into our Otaku Empire news.
Yes.
Still looking for a Fortnite scout. So if you want to be a Fortnite talent scout, what's our contact for we say it every time and I forget every time. What's our contact for Fortnite scout?
Any of our mods
Yes,
in
our
our
mods.
channels, or you can talk to Hybrid.
Hybrid. And we're also looking for an Overwatch manager.
Again, any of the mods in our channel, contact Hybrid in our Discord. And please join our Discord.
Please.
Join. Come talk to us.
Do we have a link posted for our Discord somewhere?
We should. Somewhere down below.
Down below. Yes. Please.
And
join us. One of us. One of us.
More special news.
Do you still have cookies?
Angels. Yes, we still have cookies, but Angels, what is happening? May.
We go live. Now, what does that mean?
Live.
We go live. All this has been kind of on the hush side for now. So far, we're just getting things set up, worked out, and all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, you guys need to keep an eye on our social media pages.
May 1st.
May
my
1st.
Birthday. Special day
what a birthday
outside
present!
of my birthday. I know! Special day outside my birthday. Keep an eye out. It's going to be awesome.
Yes. So keep an eye out on our social media pages. Keep an eye out on the YouTube page and all that kind of fun stuff. And yeah, we should have a lot of fun. So far, so good.
Join us. Join us.
We have cookies, and if you don't join us, DC's Void's gonna come to your bedside
yes,
at
the
night.
Void will enter.
It will enter wherever it has to, forcibly.
It will. It will consume everything.
It's a rail chaser.
It's the rail chaser. Oh God.
So once again, guys, thanks for joining us. We had a lot of fun
Yes.
today. Make sure you comment and all that kind of fun stuff, and yeah, and join us, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Thank you for joining
Bye-bye.
us, Klopsy.
Hey, thanks
We'll
for having
see-
me.
Yes,
It's been
thank
fun.
you,
Yes, thank
Klopsy.
you.
You're
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you.
You guys are great. It's been awesome.
It has been
Yay.
great. I'll see you guys later. We hope to see you in the Discord. Join us for Anime Club. Don't forget. Take care of yourselves. It's dangerous out there. Wash
Definitely.
your hands.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.